In the darkest nights, we find our light, battered souls, but we won't lose sight. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, never alone. Through every trial, we carry on. Surviving together, we stand tall. United forever. Strength and courage will overcome. Oh, surviving together, victorious, never, never alone. Hand in hand, we'll face the unknown.
We see you, we hear you, and we believe you. Hey, everyone. How you doing today? Um, Sorry, guys. I'm on my other camera because I'm doing a lot of switching and I really need my mouse. Um, so my lighting's not that great. Anyway, you've landed Surviving Together. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. It is Laugh Saturday. This is a safe space for trauma survivors to come together, connect, build community on their healing journey, as well as providing trauma-related education for all. However, today it is Laugh Saturday, which laughter really truly is the best medicine. And we talk about a lot of heavy subjects here. And so we try at least once a month, first Saturday of the month, to set aside for some laughter. So I hope you guys have, if you've not brought your laughter today, at least brought your groans and your moans, because you may be doing a lot of that. We are going to be delving into the worst pickup lines or cringiest pickup lines. Um, they had some other categories which we are definitely not delving into, obviously. They can get a bit racy, and I am trying to keep this, semi family friendly. Let's just see. We have Crystal here, Body's here, Todd is here. Thank you for being here. And Billy is here. Thank you, Buffalo Bill. How are you? Um, Excuse me. It is really warm here. My allergies, if you notice my eyes, my nose, I'm trying not to do it on camera. And there you just caught me again doing it. So I apologize. But it is really, really warm here. And I have notes for today. Look at this. It's not pathetic, but it's definitely what I needed today. But when I wrote this, I'm going to read this to you. Welcome to Laugh Saturday on what is a gorgeous March afternoon. It's relatively warm, low 60s. The sun keeps teasing us, it's going in and out of the clouds. It is a quintessential spring day. Light to moderate breeze, the rain has stopped. Really an absolute perfect day for flying a kite. And if you had done any of that before 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you were absolutely golden. Now the clouds have come in, and I think they're setting up for another rainstorm. I think it's going to turn a bit ugly here. So we'll see what happens. But it was gorgeous earlier. It's still very warm, which, for us is great, but it's such a tease. It really is. And the next day comes and it's 30 again and we're crying. And people wonder why we get a little nutty in the wintertime here up north. I think the environment speaks for itself, don't you? Well, guys, I do have some really special things for you today. Before I get into anything, I want to let you know, yes, I'm a bit chaotic today, and I have a very good reason for this, okay? So if you guys were with me on Wednesday, you know that I've been kind of going through a lot of things, I've been thinking through a lot of things in my life. A big transition period for me with being empty nesting, trying to decide what I'm going to do professionally, what direction I'm going to go in, how I'm going to treat the channel, all of that stuff. And of course, I'm a list maker. All right. I am my father's child. So I am a list maker and I will make lists and I don't make sub lists, trying to break the task down into manageable pieces. And I still find myself fighting with my to-do list because my to-do list to me represents I have to give up whatever I want to do and I have to do this to-do list and I have to do it in this order because this is the priority. So I need to do this. So I need to sit down and I need to sit down at least until like that task is through. And then maybe I can have a break and do the next task. But so I find myself fighting with it all the time. And I decided within the last 36 hours that I was not going to fight with my to-do list anymore. Excuse me. Instead, and what kind of put the bomb on it for me was that, I had a job that was supposed to start earlier this week. Great. It was only supposed to be for a couple weeks, but I was excited about it. I didn't think I was going to have anything. I thought I was going to need to be off for a while for other reasons. And lo and behold, here's the job. Great. Kept getting pushed off, pushed off, pushed off. Finally, they just canceled the project and said, listen, client's not ready to do this. And they released us. And that was like Wednesday that or Thursday that we heard about it. I think it was Wednesday. And then Thursday, I got the possibility of another job. No, Friday. It was actually early Friday. And it was going to be it's what we call a fire drill. So it's a hurry up weekend work, however many hours you can put in type of thing. But it was easy project. I thought, great, at least this will keep me busy for a week or so until I can find something longer term. Client messed up. They thought they had more work than they did. They didn't end up needing us, canceled the project. So, second project within like 3 days that got canceled on me. And I was so mad. But I was like, what can I do about it? Absolutely nothing. Look for another job. So that's the go with the flow thing. And I thought, I was looking at my to-do list and the things on it and stuff. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna freaking go with the flow. And so what I did is I said, all right, what do I have to do today? What absolutely, yes, I've got a lot of things on my to-do list and things I would like to get done today, but what has to get done today? What are my absolutes? What are my absolutes for tomorrow? And so I put those down and I did this yesterday. And then I just started working on things. But I was also doing whatever I kind of wanted. So I was doing my tasks piecemeal. Right? I do like a little bit and then I'd leave and I'd go do something else and maybe it was on my to-do list, maybe it wasn't. And I says I'm wandering around the house, I'm doing other things, maybe a few things that weren't on my to-do list, but need to get done nonetheless. And oh my holy hell, I was so much more productive as long as I had that list, that to-do list of the things I had to get done today in front of me or it was on my phone that I could keep looking back at to remind myself to keep myself at least semi-focused on what I should be doing. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. You can do that, but you still have to go back and send that email. Is this the ADHD in me? I know I have ADHD tendencies, but is this the that just kind of do things or ADHD is more you get hyper focused on one thing. I don't know when you're trying to do tasks. That's if you're really involved with something. If you just got a whole to-do list and you're ADHD, how do you handle it? Is this like what it's like for you? So anyway, let me know. Just so that I'm a bit chaotic today, and I have these notes to keep me focused because my brain all of a sudden decides to kind of go off into la la land and think about something else that apparently takes priority in my brain above what I'm actually saying or trying to communicate to the person in front of me at that moment. So the notes are to keep me honest, keep me a little bit. There are different types of ADHD. Okay, I am not up on it. I did not have my son diagnosed. I know that he probably has it, but he coped very well and is doing great. So it's not anything that we felt we needed the official diagnosis. And it was like a year wait, and it was like 800, $900. So between all of that, just never had diagnosed. And as I've gone on and learned more about myself, I learned that I do have what I call ADHD tendencies. I don't know that if I would be sat down that I would be officially pronounced to have ADHD. It's just that some of the trauma effects, um, the way they manifest like ADHD, or can be ADHD like behaviors. So that's why I say that. But anyway, enough about that. Um, See, this is why I have my notes because I have this I have so much to get to today, and I did so much for you guys. Really, I have a lot of stuff to talk about and to show you. So yeah, I said that we're going to be doing your best worst pickup lines that I could find. Some are classics. Listen, guys, these are pickup lines, right? Not all of them fall into a category where you can say that person was really interested in seeing her for a long-term relationship, really wants to start something to see where this goes. Yeah, not always the case. And of course, the pickup lines show that. So listen, this is humor. We're here to laugh. If one of them offends you, just, move on. If several offend you, maybe the show isn't for you. I hope it won't. I've kind of blocked it into, what I consider totally safe pickup lines and ones that are, getting a little racier, a little raunchier, so that if people don't want to listen to the other ones, they kind of have a nice break there, I guess. What, hang on. DeAudrey, are you saying that your chat above was the pickup line about ADHD? It's direct. DeAudrey said a really funny pickup line used on me once. So, how's your sex life? Funny that I've gotten that used on me before as well, to be honest. But before we get into any more pickup lines, I do have a couple announcements that I have to make, things that I have been saving um, to do now because it is finally the perfect time. So, first announcement, if you read the actual video description that I got done, I think 5 minutes before we were supposed to go on. So if you read it in that amount of time, you will see that I am actually finally doing it, guys. It is book giveaway day. I am giving away a book during our live here today. Finally, I've been saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't fit it into what we've been doing. And then the ones that I could have fitted in, I totally forgot on it. So today is the day. If you want a chance to win a copy of the book that I was part of, the anthology, Begin It Now, with um, over 20 different stories from absolutely amazing women. And they're little tidbits of inspiration for you. It really is a fantastic book. I love that it's actually an anthology and it's broken up into chapters so that um, you can read one person's story in a quick sitting, whether you're waiting for the bus or something of that nature. So Uh, I'm trying to find it. I was gonna have it all bookmarked out, and that was the one thing I forgot. But so there's me, and there's my chapter. So you will win a copy of the book. I will put into bookmark where my chapter is. I will put in a Surviving Together business card that I've showed you guys before. I will put one of those in here to bookmark it. If you are the winner of the book and you want additional business cards because you'd like to have them to pass out to people, feel free to ask me. I'll stick more in. Happy to do that. You're doing me a service by helping to spread the word about surviving together. I will also, of course, be including a personalized note. So if you are the winner, and if the note's not to go to you, you want it to go to somebody else, you just have to let me know that. So write book, BOOK, in the comments, in the chat, if you want to be entered for the giveaway. And then one second, guys. The one major thing I said I had to grab. Hang on a second. I got to grab something. Uh, after our last technical difficulties, I was really hoping not to have any of these little off times, but I guess it's just par for the course, right? So, Deaudrey has written book in the comments, so I am going to write her name down. This is very sophisticated method of choosing the winner, guys. I want to make sure that everybody understands how this is going to go so that, there's no confusion. I have written Deaudrey on a sticky note. I am folding it in half and I am putting it in this hat. Okay. And I'm setting that over here. And the next person that says book, I'm going to write on the sticky note, fold it in half, and put it in the hat. And when we're done at the end of the live, I'm going to draw the winner. If you don't happen to be here, but you were here earlier, you'll just have to watch the replay to see if you're the winner. If you do win, you just need to email me your details, your address, where I need to send it to, things of that nature. And of course, there is my email. I don't know why my picture got really small on my screen all of a sudden, but I'll put that up again at the end for everybody. That's how it's going to go. Now, I know that there are some of you. Okay, Crystal's name is going into the hat. I know that there are some of you out there who are like, but I wanted to enter, but I'm watching on replay. I'm not live. That really sucks. Well, guess what? Just for you, what I have decided to do is in order to capture the people on replay, if you write book in the comments, you will be entered to win a second copy of the book that I'm giving away. All right. So I'm going to give two copies away, one for somebody in the live and one for somebody who's watching on replay. Okay. So you can enter that way. I'm going to keep it open for a week. So if you're watching 6 days from now, you can still write book in the comments and get entered for a chance to win a copy of the book. And so next Saturday, then, first thing of business, once I open the show, is going to be announcing the winner. So obviously, don't need to be present for that, but you do will need to be checking out the announcement. So if you are the winner, you can contact me so that I know how to get you your goodies. All right. So that being said, that is the first order of business. The second order of business, oh my gosh, I'm on my second page already here. Oh, and I did make a banner for this. I'm so proud of myself. Look at that. Type book in the chat to enter the book giveaway. There we go. Now everybody will know throughout the show. All right. The second announcement I have is I need to share something with you. I had too many things to pull up, guys. Couldn't get it all done. Ta-da! Yes, it's official. They have announced the finalists for the Women Changing the World um, Global Awards 2026. I have been announced as a finalist in the category of Women in Media. So there are tons of different categories, amazing women doing incredible things. And there are kind of what I call like the big awards, like Women of the Year, Humanitarian of the Year, things of that nature. And then there's what they call the industry awards, and that's what one of mine is. So there's women in education, women in tech, women in science. I'm women in media. And I just wanted to I can't show you, but there are 7 people in the category with me. I only know one other person. I may know a second. The name is just not kind of clicking with me, and I only have their websites. So I haven't checked them out yet since I just received that the other day. So Mm. Now, to be fair, full disclosure, it wasn't much of a surprise that I was going to be announced as a finalist in the category since I won the category at the regional awards. All of the winners of the regional awards were automatically finalists in their category for the global awards. So, not a huge surprise, still a huge honor. I mean, the actual, medaling, you know, I think they're doing first through third. It's going to be judged totally on the merits and what I've been doing the past year and what I had to tell them. And, kind of just judged according to what other people are doing and what they see the value in it. Hopefully, they'll see that I'm continuing to do value, that it's not stagnant. I know our numbers kind of look that way, but the channel is evolving and getting into some wonderful things. And I don't want to bog this down by being accolades on me and not getting to the fun part of it. But anyway, I just thought that was great. Um, if you caught the end of Wednesday's live, I announced then that they did ask me to be an ambassador for the Global Awards this year and to judge the categories for the winners of the Global Awards categories. And I was absolutely honored and blown away, but I just could not justify the time, um, given time boundaries that I've set for myself right now. And I'm really glad that I did that because I had to do that about a week ago. And that was, even before I started kind of totally needing to back out from everything and do some heavy thinking. So I can't imagine if I had said yes, trying to have um, been judging awards last week as well. That would have just been too much. So the winners for the awards will be announced April 22nd, and they will be doing that live stream. I will be doing the same as I did last year. I will be live streaming the awards show so we can see everybody. And they actually this year have the ability to bring you on stage if you're streaming live, and if you win you can still give your speech, whereas last year they did not have that ability. You could watch live but you couldn't interact. Now they have that ability. They did that at the regional awards for the Americas in Vancouver, and it worked great, and it was wonderful to see people who couldn't be there in person still be able to have their minute to say what they needed to say and to accept their awards. It was great. So anyway, we'll be looking forward to that next month. I cannot believe it. Month and a half away. So without further ado, let's get into some meat of Laugh Saturday. All right. Before we do pickup lines, I need to share this with you. Now, this is a video, and it's this British family. And the guy, I think he does some stuff on Twitch. He streams a whole lot, and I think he's tried to make it his life right now. But he does a lot on YouTube as well, and he does reaction videos. A lot of Brits react to Americans doing X or, those types of things. But he has a lot of them with his family, in particular his mother and one of his sisters. He's got at least two sisters that I know of, but there's one sister, Georgia, who is in this video, and she is hilarious. She is not very worldly, if you understand what I mean, and she's totally content with that. And I'm not judging her for it. It is just her timing on some of these things when she interjects in these videos is absolutely hilarious. So I kind of got stuck watching them one night, I will admit, and their family banter from to me is absolutely hilarious. So I wanted to bring you kind of my favorite little tidbits from one show. And this is a show, let me bring it up here, where they're reacting to a British couple going to or not New Orleans, going to Mobile, Alabama for the first time. And kind of just checking out Mobile and seeing what Mobile, Alabama is like, and they were very pleasantly surprised. They kind of thought, just deep South hicks that they would be seeing everywhere, and they certainly didn't. Um, so he's going to introduce the video, and then I'm going to pop it ahead to the first funny bit. There's 2 points in this video that just had me rolling on the floor, to be honest, the other night, and we'll see what you guys think.
We have my family back with another react. We're going to be taking a look at Alabama.
Nice.
Okay, we haven't seen Alabama yet, and we got our first impressions of Alabama in America.
Whereabouts is Alabama?
All right, so that's just him introducing. Now, if I can get my cursor to where it needs to be. Hang on, I'll put the video times down here. Okay, I'm gonna get as close as I possibly can. All right, now this next little bit.
It really does. It looks so.
Welcome to Top Heroes. It all starts
Here's
with
an
a small
ad
fire.
that you're gonna have to watch because I
No
don't have
rushing,
YouTube Premium,
no shortcuts.
so
Just
can't skip. The
Peaceful.
All right, so the couple is just walking down this street in Alabama. It's just a tree-lined street. And the conversation they get into, you need to understand, is about this sign back here. And I can't blow it up any bigger than than what I have. But basically, there's a horse on it, and it's announcing birthday parties with horses. And Georgia sees this sign. She's always looking at things in the background. She's always noticing what's on TV that's playing in the bar where people are or something. It's pretty funny. But she noticed this sign. And so the conversation that ensues is about this, just so that you guys know.
Honestly, ate my words here.
Horse
Camps,
camps.
day and
I
overnight.
have really ate my words here. Like
Birthday parties for horses.
No, it's not birthday party for horses, silly sausage.
what is it?
You can have a birthday party with the horses. You do not. She thinks it's a birthday party for horses.
Well, horses can have birthday parties.
No, but it's like book your birthday party and we can have a riding party. It's not like you're going to walk there and every horse has got a party hat on, blowing out.
Oh, I thought it meant take your horse for a day or overnight stay and then it can celebrate with a birthday party. I didn't know it meant
Wonderful.
like you go.
For whatever reason. Really,
don't know, I
really
could be
pleasant
wrong.
guys, these
You
tree
could be
covered
right.
streets and
What? Why?
She thought the advertisement was so that you could bring your horse and your horse could have a birthday party along with, I guess, all the other people who brought their horses for a big party. Instead of like having pony rides at your birthday party. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. All right, let me fast forward here just a little bit more to what was where am I going here? 5440. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to get it close, but not like too much overage. And it's hard. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, I almost had it. Oh, I missed it. All right. You'll hear a little bit of them talking and then they'll get into the bit that I thought was funny.
Beautiful.
honestly, I think I struggle to find a
Well,
See,
city
I think
that
they've
is
got
green
more
as it.
character. These artists that I'm seeing,
They have
everyone's
personality.
different and
They're
it's
so
character and
nice.
it's
Yeah.
so lovely.
Every house is like submerged in trees and that's absolutely amazing.
Even the sky, it looks like Simpsons.
At the Simpsons.
It's so blue.
Oh, was Simpsons filmed in Alabama? Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
You do know it's cartoon. don't you?
Yeah.
They're not. Art isn't real.
No, but I thought like the
Well,
house
we're
would
going
be
to Alabama. We're going to film there today. All right, mate?
Homer.
Okay.
No.
I thought the house would be like a place.
George, I think being yellow might give it away.
I don't know.
The,
Sort out
the,
the
the
house.
Simpsons is set in America.
That's what I mean.
No, like they cartoon it with
Based around
with American
America.
cartoon houses and that.
But they don't actually
They don't
film
film
them
it in America because it's a
Right.
cartoon. Okay.
That. Speaking
Oh my goodness. I get what she means. She thought, maybe there was a neighborhood that the creator had in mind, and like that is how they drew all those houses because it's from a particular place that the creator had in mind, and that's what she's thinking. But the way she says it, oh my gosh. And they just look at her like, are you serious right now? Ah. Anyway, my new little series that I'm kind of stuck with, so I thought I would just bring you that. They are hilarious. Shetland ponies are adorable, as is what are those little micro cows that they have that everybody's so goo-goo over? I guess they're really good in Michigan because they are really hardy and they like the snow. They're absolutely adorable as well. So, all right, that is it. So, without further ado, now let's get into it. What is the best pickup line you have ever heard? What is the best worst pickup line you have ever heard? Well, I called the internet, which is not very hard to do when you're talking about this topic, and I found oodles, oh my gosh, of stuff. I'm going to bring to you at first these are more tame, okay? There's some of your cheesiest lines, your most classic lines, things that you've probably heard before. I will admit there were a lot that I did not hear on both scales, the non-naughty scale and the one that's a list, I should say, and the one that's a little bit racier. I haven't heard of a lot of these, but clever. I mean, I don't know if somebody's actually said them and that's how they put these together, but so here are some classic pickup lines. See if you've heard these before. Number one, are you a parking ticket? Because you've got fine written all over you. Oh my gosh. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. I've heard that one before. Are you sure you're not tired? Because you've been running through my mind all day. Okay, I can admit I've heard most of these before. I'm not a photographer, but I can picture you and me together. That's cute. Out of all the ones that I've said, that's the one that I wouldn't tell him to get lost immediately. Oh God, this is just way too cheesy. I'm lost. Can you give me directions to your heart? It's just like that to me, that goes into Creeperville, right? And I'm gonna have to be toggling back and forth, listening, watching you guys and um, reading off my list here because I have them in different lines. I was just reading your comments real quick. Sorry, guys. Okay, more classic pickup lines. Oh, I've heard this one before. Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? If I could arrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. I don't think I've heard this one. Well, here I am. What are your other two wishes? Quite presumptuous, and I would say, depending on how the guy looks. No, maybe. We'll see. I might give him a chance. I don't know. It's a good thing I have my library card because I'm totally checking you out. Well, thanks for letting me know. They say Disney World is the happiest place on earth, but clearly they've never stood next to you. Oh, do you have a map? Because I think I just got lost in your eyes. I cannot imagine saying any of these. Like I said, a couple of them are really sweet. And if you've got great eyes, especially if you've got great eyelashes to go with your eyes, oh, nothing's gonna draw me in quicker. So I tell you, that last one really kind of speaks to me, but I cannot ever think I'd be brave enough to say something that cheesy. Are you a broom because you swept me off my feet? Are you salt because you're sodium fine? I mean, it kind of sounds like so damn fine, but not really. I'm rearranging the alphabet and I need one more letter, U. Oh, are you the internet? Because I'm feeling a connection. That's really bad. You think you could say these if they're clearly in a joke? I think you would have to, right? Because it is these were so cheesy. The classic ones aren't they? There's some other classic ones, but I can't think of them right now. These are creative pickup lines. I gotta say, there's some good ones on here. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 9, and I'm the one you need. So I make you look better. Is that what he's trying to say? Because then you'd be a 10 if you were with me. No, I'm kidding. Are you Surrey? Because you autocomplete me. Presumptuous for a pickup line. If you and I were socks, we'd make a great pair. Now, this one's a little sweet. Do you know what the Little Mermaid and I have in common? We both want to be part of your world. Aw, I'll give that one an aw. Are your parents bakers? Because you're a cutie pie. You'd have to be you'd have to go up to somebody with the plan and have like 3 of these. And you have to have 10 of them in your arsenal or something and just shoot out like 3 of them in a row, just to kind of keep the cheesiness going and to show where you're at. You're not being 100% serious with this. Like it's the only way I see this working, giving you an in with that. This I like this one. Are you alone? Because you've got my interest. That is, it's very benign. It's a door opener. All of them. I mean, I kind of like that one the best. It's not the worst, but it's actually the best of the worst. Is your dad a boxer? Because you're a knockout. If you were a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber. Are you an artist? Because you're really good at drawing me in. I believe in following my dreams. Can I have your Instagram? I gotta say, that one's clever. I think that one is clever. Friends always get sympathy from you. These are quite sweet if you're 14. Um, Billy, I did. I actually have it on the list, so I won't spoil the rest of it, but yes, I do have that one. And I can't say if I had heard it or not. It's sounding more familiar now that I'm saying it, but that could just be because I've been saying it. I'm studying to be a historian, and I'm especially interested in finding a date. I mean, it's an opener, not the best one. It's nice to meet you. Can you give me a sec? Just need to delete all my dating apps. Are you the sun? Because you're definitely lighting up my night. Are you a triangle? Because you're a cute one. Oh my God, that's such a bad pun. Oh. All right, these are classified as cheesy pickup lines. We'll see if they're any worse than the ones we've already read. Is your name Netflix? Because I could watch you for hours. Are you a camera? Because every time I look at you, I smile. Sweet. Do you have a name or can I call you mine? Jeez. Are you a time traveler? Because I see you in my future. Your hand looks heavy. Can I hold it for you? Aw. I'm currently an organ donor. I'm currently not an organ donor, but I'd love to give you my heart. Hey, how was heaven when you left it? I wasn't planning on flirting today, but you're making it very difficult. One's cute. I feel like this is the part where I confidently ask you out. See, now that is a cute pickup line if you've already been talking to somebody and it seems to be going well. I actually think that that has a higher success of working. I don't know. What do you guys think? These next ones are about your phone number. I have a phone number, you have a phone number. Think of the possibilities. I bet you dinner that you won't give me your number. What number should I send my good morning texts to? Ugh. Can I borrow your phone? I need to call God and tell him I found his missing angel. Think there's something wrong with my phone. Could you call it and see if it works? God. So we're going the sneaky manipulative route, I see. They say dating is a numbers game, so can I get yours? My new favorite number is yours, actually. Want to share? Oh, good Lord. Yeah, breaking the ice with strangers, Deaudrey, I don't like doing it anymore because I'm quite honest with you. I really, um, dating is hard. Just it is a numbers game. You've got to talk to so many different people before you find a handful that you think are at least interesting enough for a first date. And then the amount that actually make it to a second date beyond that, very slim, very slim, I gotta say. So we'll keep trying to work the numbers. These are cheesy pickup lines that are so bad they're good. So we'll see if these are even worse. What do you call a string of people lifting mozzarella cheese? A cheesy pickup line. Oh my God. Now I like this one. You're so fine, you made me forget my pickup line. I think that has a chance of getting it in. My doctor told me I'm missing some vitamin U. Can you help? Do you have a sunburn or are you always this hot? If being beautiful was a crime, you'd be guilty as charged. Ah. Do you like Star Wars? Because Yoda only one for me. Okay, there's one for all you Star Wars fans out there. Do you have a pencil? Because I want to erase your past and write our future. Whoop, that's going right up for it. My new favorite numbers are 1 and 4 because you're the one for me. Aw. All right. So here are some bad pickup lines that are a little more on the racy side. So if you think it's not for you and you want to, cut out now, that's totally understandable. I've tried to distill these down even more to kind of cut out the most graphic ones. But I will admit there were some definite doozies in here. Uh, can I buy you a drink or do you just want the money? If he's talking about having just taking the money for the drink, I'm totally on board with that. So just give me the money instead of the drink. I wasn't 100% sure that's what he's talking about, but I'm kind of assuming so. Do you work at Subway? Because you just gave me a foot long. These are those ones that they are so bad. It's like you couldn't help that they would actually work with somebody. Okay, here's the one that Billy was talking about. Is that a mirror in your pants? Is that a mirror in your pocket? Because I can see myself in your pants. It's slightly clever. It's slightly clever. I actually give that like a B plus, right? Uh, I'm no weatherman, but you can expect a few inches tonight. Or oh, nice legs. What time do they open? My gosh. Some of these are just I think that they just might be enough. This kind of had me scratching my head. So, do you know how much a polar bear weighs? Enough to break the ice. I mean, it's cute and like just an icebreaker, right? It actually isn't not isn't it Pokemon because I would like to catch a Pikachu. That's kind of clever. There's one for all you Pokemon fans. I want to be your derivatives. I want to be your derivatives so I can be tangent to your curves. Okay, that throws me back into calculus class and does absolutely nothing for my libido. Gotta say. Do you drink soda? Because you look so delicious. Uh, is that shirt felt? Do you want it to be? Are you a box of Frosted Flakes? Because you look great. These really are bad. Are those space pants? Because that ass is out of this world. There was another historian one. We don't want to do that. Want to come home with me and see how fast I can read? Okay. Doesn't really connect for me. Is your name Wi-Fi? Because I feel a connection. This is so. I may not be the best looking guy here, but I'm the only one talking to you. Oh, silly. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. You guys can still hear me, but you can't see me. Yeah, StreamYard lost my video. I could back out and come back in, but you know what? I am almost done here. And as long as you guys can still hear me, then we're just gonna power through. I've got a couple of other ones that I'm gonna read, and then we're gonna wrap up for the day with something really special for you guys. This works if you are hitting on a healthcare worker. If I were an enzyme, I'd be DNA helicase so that I could unzip your genes. It's just awfully specific. Think I think you have to choose your target audience. You look like trash. Let me take you out. What the Oh, you seem to have dropped something there. Oh, it's your standards. Can I buy you a drink? Okay. I gotta admit, I think that one's pretty funny. That's gotta be the best worst of them for me personally. Let me know in the comments. Did you guys have a favorite pickup line? Do you have one of your own, a best worst pickup line that you've used on somebody else or that's been used on you? I'd love to know. So drop it in the comments after the show. Please remember that if you are watching on replay and you want to be part of the book giveaway, all you have to do is type book into the comments after the show. And I will be collecting all of those names and then 1 week from today, next Saturday, I will be announcing the winner. So, today we only had a small group with us, and so it was Deaudrey and Crystal who were in the mix. So I have my hat here, and as you can see, I'm not looking, I am shuffling. Oh, I missed one. I'll have to go back up and see, but let's pull out here and let's see. And Crystal. Crystal gets a copy. All right, Crystal, email me with specifics about the book, and I will make sure to get that out to whoever it needs to go to. I have some other books that I need to get out as well. Um, I need to check, and actually, guys, I'm sorry. I'm going to do this right now because I had totally thought that I had saved the site for shipping that Misha had told me about, where they come right to your house. And I'm looking and I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So I need to get that from Misha, and then I will be getting all these mailed out. Okay, Crystal says my dad used this pickup line. I didn't get all the photos on your camera that you wanted, but I got all of them on mine. If you just give me your address, I can send them once they're send them to you once they're developed. Kind of tells you how long ago it was too, right? Having to develop film and asking for an address, get mailed to them. Uh so yeah, that was our show for you guys today. Congratulations to Crystal, who won a copy of Begin It Now, which I would show you, and I'm holding up, but you can't see. So go to earlier in the video when I was able to see, and you guys did have this. Hopefully, you will be able to see the outro, or oh no, wait a minute. You guys stay where you are. I'm going to back out and back back in because there is a short video that I want to show you that I made. This is something that I made, and I'm so proud of it. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it if you can't see me with video. So hang on a second. I'm backing out and coming right back in. Ta-da! Okay, so I have a lot of time on my hands. I should say my brain has a lot of time on its hands, and it's always thinking. Obviously, this past week it's been thinking nonstop. And one of the things that's come up again and again is me being an empty nester. And there are certain differences, I have to say, and I'm thinking about maybe TikTok. I don't know, YouTube Shorts, but putting out it's hashtag Empty Nester Mom. I think is what the handle is going to be, and there's some shorts that I'd love to put out of before and after when you have kids, and then when you're an empty nester. And it all started because of the basement. My son moved out. All right. And you guys know that I have been wanting to get back into Taekwondo for some time, right? So I changed the room. So I want to show you. This is just a demo draft, whatever. I just put it together. There's no music. It's very rough. So I'm not putting it out as a short yet. It's still got a little bit of work to do, but I wanted you guys to see it first. So here it is. I gotta take me off. I took my basement back. So I want to make that into a little short. Empty nest, hashtag empty nester mom, before and after photos. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. I've got some other ideas. People my age, other empty nesters, thought they were funny. My son just kind of stared at me and was like, yeah, no, okay, there's definitely a target audience for this, right? And it's not Gen Z. Like, you have to be an empty nester or close to an empty nester to be able to find the humor in that. So anyway, yeah, it is quite to being totally filled, somebody using it as a room, and to be able just to have the space back freed up. I've got my weights are down there. I've got my yoga mat, and would love to get mirrors. That's going to be a huge, huge cost. So that's way in the future. But for one of the walls in there, so that I can see myself when I'm working out and doing taekwondo. So really, that's going to be the only thing that I need to do to make that an actual mini dojo. And those mats are actually from my dojo that I worked out in, the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in on those mats, getting my black belt, hours and hours and hours. Those are some of the mats from the exact dojo, which is makes it even more special for me. I'm just really glad that I was able to get them. So yeah, that's our show for today, guys. I hope you got at least some laughs, some giggles, some groans out of it. Again, congratulations to Crystal for winning the book. I need to take off this ticker now. And remember that if you are watching on replay, or you're popping in the live and you've already come in after the book giveaway, feel free, put book down in the comments section after the show is over. And everybody who does that for 1 week, I will be collecting names, and at the end of the week, 1 week from today, we'll be announcing the winner of that second book that I'm giving away. And again, I will put a personalized note in it along with a Surviving Together business card. Findu, how you doing? I'm so glad you stopped by. I'm sorry your back's hurting. I hope that feels better soon. I know all about back problems, and they are absolutely no fun. Oh, the last thing I'm gonna, Indigo is not here, and she is the one person who I thought would probably know what I'm talking about when I say this. But does anybody out there know what cyber sigilism is? A sigil is a symbol, and cyber sigilism is, I don't know if you want to call it a genre, but it's a way of tattooing, and it's very distinct. And you can look up the different samples of this. It's cyber, CYBER, SIGILISM, cyber sigilism. Well, my son got a tattoo this week, and it is within the cyber sigilism vein. He sent me a picture of it. I knew ahead of time what he was getting, or what ish he was kind of thinking about getting. So I will say I was prepared for this. And all I gotta say is, I hope he likes it. I am not sure what he's going to think 20 years from now, but so I said to him, I said, I'm really happy that you're happy. I said, I would just like you to do me one favor. I would like somebody to film you now talking about your tattoo and why you did it and how excited you are, and take a good picture of it, get some good film of it and keep it. Keep that clip. And you want to keep it for about 20 years. And then you need to pull that clip out and you need to make another clip as to how you feel now about that tattoo 20 years later, and what your reaction is to watching your original video when you were so thrilled and excited about this tattoo. And I want to see if there's any difference. And I told them, I said, I'm not assuming that 20 years from now you're going to regret getting this tattoo. I will say, I think personally there's a high likelihood of that, but I am not my son. We have different tastes, we have different interests. This could be something that he's like 20 years from now, he's like, "No, I still think it's cool." I just would be interested to see the difference, right? If they only knew about the tattoos, right, they do. I know this is his second major one. He had had some done, drop tattoos, basically prison tattoos, kits that the kids can give. And thankfully, the person who was manning the needle actually was somewhat of an artist. So he came back with things that did not look absolutely horrible. So he has a small mushroom and and Saturn, a little moon with a ring around it, right? So those are his first tattoos. But then he got a spider. Him and his dad got matching spiders. And that's a thing between him and his dad. And then he got this most recent tattoo, which covers his entire back. It's pretty significant. We're not talking about, but I will say it's easy to forget about, right? If you're not looking at your back all day, kind of easy to forget it's there. So if you were going to have something that was really big and you decided a number of years later you didn't like it, because that would be an awful lot of ink work to try and cover it up and meld it into something new. Uh, I'm not quite sure how you would do that with what it is, but yeah. So mom had somewhat of a surprise. Grandparents, on the other hand, had a 100% surprise. They had no idea what he was getting. They knew he was possibly getting a new tattoo, but they had no idea as to, uh, you don't want to say it's a severe tattoo. It's just, it's very unique. Uh, and it's not in my taste, nor obviously in my parents' taste. But I have to say, my son said my mother took it better than my dad, which I actually can totally see because my mom was a hippie when he met my dad. My dad was in the ROTC. He was a military guy, right? I mean, they're really totally opposites. So I can see my mom being like kind of more accepting of the whole situation. I think he just got the well, tattoos are permanent from my dad's speech, which, to be expected. You wish your tattoos could disappear, Thindu? You don't like them anymore? Wow. What's so embarrassing about them? Is it the content, or is it the fact that they look different than they used to on skin that's not necessarily where it used to be? I've heard some people complain about that. But I'm very interested to know why you are embarrassed by your tattoo. So there's another thing in the comments, guys. What was your favorite pickup line? But also, do you regret your tattoos? If you have a tattoo, do you have any that you regret? So you may not regret all of them. Maybe there's one that you regret. So you can tell me in the comments about that as well. With that, I'm going to end the show. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you got some laughs. We got a little bit of a breather from all of the trauma talk that we've been doing and the human trafficking series that we've been trying to engage in. We are back at it, though, on Wednesday with a guy by the name of Gabriel. And I swear to God, I'm going to be able to pronounce his name by the time he's here because I'm going to ask him right before we go on. And he is going to be talking to us about human trafficking from a law enforcement perspective. And I'm really interested to hear what he has to say on this. So please join me 6 p.m. Wednesday evening for the latest in our human trafficking series. And with that, I am going to say, I wish you adieu. I don't have an outro for you because I was going to use the other outro. So remember, please, you are worthy, you are valuable, and you are loved just the way you are for who you are. So hugs and love from me. We'll see you next week. Surviving together, never alone. Bye, guys.